Have you ever looked at someone and honestly wondered how they get everything they want? They don't seem to work harder, but they always get ahead. You keep trying, but somehow they always seem to be one step ahead. It feels unfair because you work hard, you do everything right, and still nothing changes. You follow all the rules, you work hard, you are kind to people, and what do you get? Ignored. Meanwhile, they cut corners and end up at the top. Here is the brutal truth you need to hear. Winning isn't about luck or money. It's about knowing the right moves. It is hidden knowledge. You see, most people are raised to believe that if you are nice and wait your turn, good things will happen. That is a lie. That is exactly why you are losing. You are following the rules, but the winners are breaking them. They aren't smarter. They just hold a different rule book, one kept hidden from the masses. Power begins in the mind. The geniuses of this world understand something you don't. They know that society runs on invisible laws of psychology and strategy. These aren't the safe lessons you learned in school. These are the dark, quiet realities that have controlled human history for thousands of years. The rules that separate the masters from the servants. If you don't learn these laws, you will be used by someone who does. You will think you are just having a run of bad luck, but the truth is, you are being outmaneuvered. Machiavelli wrote the manual on this. He studied how power actually moves, not how we wish it moved. He found that power follows a specific script. Today, I am going to show you the 8 darkest laws geniuses use to beat everyone else. You need to watch every single second of this video. Missing just one of these steps could mean the difference between waking up or staying a pawn forever. Go ahead and type this affirmation in the comments. I control my outcome. Now, let's get to work. Law number 1 is to use absence to increase respect. Let me ask you a serious question. Who do you value more? The person who texts you back instantly every single time, or the person who is busy and hard to catch? We are told that being available makes people like us, but the psychological truth is the opposite. When you are always around, people stop noticing you. You become like the furniture in their house, useful, but ignored. Being everywhere makes you seem ordinary. People only value what they can't have. Geniuses know that scarcity makes you precious. Geniuses understand that scarcity creates value. Think about gold and diamonds. They are expensive because they are rare. You need to treat your presence the same way. If you are everywhere, you are nowhere. Machiavelli understood this perfectly. He taught that a leader who is seen too often loses his power and authority. People need to feel a little bit of distance to respect you. So here is the strategy. You need to pull back. Stop answering every message the second it pops up. Stop saying yes to every invite just because you are afraid of missing out. When you withdraw, you force people to come to you. They start to wonder what you are up to. They start to realize that having your attention is a privilege, not a guarantee. This isn't about playing games. It is about self-respect. When you make yourself scarce, your value goes up. The next time you show up, people will pay attention because they know you won't stay forever. Be the person they have to work to see, not the person who is waiting by the door. Drop this affirmation in the comments. I am a rare prize. Law number 2 is to let them chase you. Here's the truth. Chasing someone or something only makes you weaker. When you try too hard, the more they drift away. Someone wants attention, a date, or a business deal so bad that they push and push. They send double texts, they call too much, and they try way too hard. And what happens? The other person runs away. Why? Because desperation is ugly. It signals that you have no other options and no value. Power is entirely about control, and the moment you chase, you hand over all your control to the other person. You are effectively saying, "You are the prize, and I am just a fan." Geniuses flip this dynamic completely. They understand that to hold the power, you must make your opponent move. When you force someone to come to you, they are abandoning their defensive position. They are entering your world, and that means they are playing by your rules. Machiavelli noted that the smart leader creates situations where others have to ask him for help, not the other way around. So, stop being the one who knocks on every door. It makes you look cheap. Instead, become the bait. Develop a skill, a reputation, or a resource that other people desperately need. Make yourself so valuable that they have no choice but to seek you out. When they initiate contact, they are the ones investing effort, which means they are the ones who will fight to keep your attention. It is a simple shift. Stop running after opportunities and start setting traps for them. Let them wonder what you are doing. Let them get curious. When they finally reach out, you hold all the cards. Never trade your dignity for attention. Stand still, be undeniable, and watch how quickly the dynamic changes. Drop this affirmation in the comments. I attract, I do not chase. Law number 3 is to be impossible to ignore. If nobody notices you, none of your skills or talents matter. You need attention to make an impact. You could be the most talented or smartest person in the room, but if you stay in the shadows, none of that matters. In a world that is constantly loud and distracting, if no one sees you, you're as good as invisible. Most people are afraid to stand out. They try to fit in, they dress like everyone else, and they keep their heads down because it feels safe. But safety doesn't get you respect, it gets you ignored. Geniuses know that attention is the absolute fuel for power. If people forget you, they will never pick you. Being unseen is the same as being useless. You have to be willing to be the one everyone looks at, even if it makes you uncomfortable. Machiavelli taught that the crowd is won over by appearances. People judge you by what they can see with their eyes, not by the hidden truth of your heart. If you look boring, people assume you are boring. So, you must fight to stand out. Do not let yourself become background noise. Create a style, a reputation, or an image that people cannot forget. Do something unexpected. Speak up when others are quiet. Being controversial is better than being forgotten. When you command attention, opportunities find you. Doors open simply because people are curious about who you are. Stop hiding your abilities just to make other people feel comfortable. Shine so bright that they have to look. Make yourself a landmark, not just another face in the crowd. Drop this affirmation in the comments. I am unforgettable. Law number 4 is to sell the benefit, not the need. Here is a lesson that might hurt your feelings. Nobody helps you just to be nice. They help you because it benefits them. People don't give out of kindness. They give because it benefits them. That is a fantasy. In the real world, if you rely on people's pity, you will end up disappointed and alone. People are naturally selfish. They are thinking about their own bills, their own problems, and their own goals. When you come to them begging for a favor because you are struggling, you become a burden. They might help you once to feel good about themselves, but they will avoid you the next time. Geniuses never make this mistake. They never talk about what they need. They talk about what the other person gets. Machiavelli warned that men are quick to break a promise made out of friendship, but they will never break a bond based on profit. If you need something, do not explain why you need it. Explain how helping you will actually help them. Will it save them time? Will it make them look good? Will it bring them money? Find the angle that serves them. When you do this, you stop looking like a beggar and start looking like a partner. You are not asking for a handout. You are offering a deal. Stop expecting the world to care about your struggles. It doesn't. Appeal to their greed, their vanity, or their ambition, and you will get exactly what you want every single time. Drop this affirmation in the comments. I bring results. Law number 5 is to become indispensable. Ask yourself a scary question. Who needs who more? If you need them more than they need you, you are in a dangerous spot. Real power isn't just about being strong. It is about being necessary. Most people make the mistake of making themselves replaceable. They share all their secrets, they train their replacements, and then they are shocked when they get pushed aside. Geniuses do the opposite. They build an iron wall around their position. They make sure that nothing works smoothly without them. Machiavelli said that the best way to keep loyalty is to make sure people need you every single day. If people depend on you for their success, their money, or their happiness, they have no choice but to treat you well. You become untouchable. So, stop trying to teach everyone everything you know. Keep some keys for yourself. Master a skill that nobody else has the patience to learn. Make yourself the bottleneck that everything has to flow through. When you are the only option, you set the price. Do not let yourself be just another number on a list. Be the one they cannot afford to lose. Drop this affirmation in the comments. They need me. Law number 6 is to demonstrate, never debate. Let me tell you something important. Arguments are for people who have no power. Arguing just shows you're trying too hard to prove something. That's not strength. You are basically saying, please agree with me, please validate me. That is not confidence. That is insecurity. Powerful people never waste their time trying to explain themselves to people who doubt them. They don't use words to prove a point. They use results. Think about it. When you argue, you are just crashing your ego against someone else's ego. It is exhausting, and usually, nobody changes their mind anyway. You just end up looking desperate. Geniuses play a different game. They stay silent and let their work do the talking. Machiavelli understood this well. He knew that a leader who spends his time debating loses respect, while a leader who simply conquers is praised by everyone. You need to adopt this mindset immediately. If someone doubts your plan, don't try to convince them with a speech. Just go do it. If someone thinks you are wrong, don't fight them. Just prove them wrong with your success. There is something terrifyingly powerful about a person who doesn't react to criticism. When you stop defending yourself, you become mysterious and in control. People can argue with your logic, but they cannot argue with your achievements. So, seal your lips. Save your energy. Put all that anger and frustration into building something undeniable. Let them talk while you work. By the time they finish their sentence, you will have already won. Drop this affirmation in the comments. I win in silence. Law number 7 is to master the power of silence. Constant talking exposes your weaknesses. The more you share, the more ammunition you give your enemies. People talk too much because they want to be heard, but it only makes them look weak. They explain every decision, share every feeling, and tell everyone their plans. This is a massive mistake. The more you speak, the more common you appear, and the higher the chance you will say something stupid that can be used against you. Geniuses know that silence is a control tactic. When you say less than people expect, you create a void. People get nervous when they don't know what you are thinking, so they rush to fill the silence with their own information. They end up telling you things they meant to keep hidden just to break the awkward tension. Machiavelli taught that a wise leader is a mystery to his people. If they can figure you out, they can manipulate you. But if you are hard to read, you stay in charge. So, learn to be comfortable with pauses. When someone asks you a question, give a short answer and then stop. Don't justify yourself. Don't apologize. Let your silence sit heavy in the room. It makes you look strong, confident, and dangerously intelligent. Stop giving your power away in long paragraphs. Hoard it in silence. Drop this affirmation in the comments. My words have power. Law number 8 is to never reveal your true plans. Imagine showing your enemy all your plans ahead of time. They'd know exactly how to stop you. Yet, this is exactly how most people live their lives. They are so excited about their goals that they tell everyone. They post their big plans on social media. They tell their co-workers their next move, and they announce their dreams to the world. They think they are being open, but really, they are just handing their enemies a weapon. The second people know what you want, they can figure out how to stop you. They can block your path, steal your idea, or talk you out of it out of pure jealousy. Geniuses never give anyone that chance. They operate in the shadows. They understand that surprise is the greatest weapon in any battle. Machiavelli warned that you must be a great pretender, because men are so simple-minded, they will always believe the mask you wear. To take control, keep them guessing. The unexpected always wins. Let them think you are doing one thing while you are secretly doing another. This keeps them relaxed and unprepared. When you finally make your move, it should be too late for them to react. Stop looking for validation from other people. You don't need their applause for a plan that hasn't happened yet. Learn to keep a straight face. Be vague when people ask what you are up to. Feed them false trails if you have to. Protect your purpose like it is a state secret. When you finally strike, it should be because the victory is already yours. Never let them see the arrow coming until it hits. Drop this affirmation in the comments. My plans are secret. So, there you have it. The 8 dark laws that geniuses use to outsmart the rest of the world. Let's be honest. This isn't pleasant advice. These strategies feel harsh and calculating, yet they are undeniably effective in the real world. Real power is psychological, not physical. It isn't about being the loudest person in the room. It is about seeing the game while everyone else is walking around blind. It is about understanding why people really do things, not just why they say they do things. If you know these secrets, you are the driver. If you don't, you are just a passenger in someone else's car. You have seen the truth now, and you can't unsee it. You know how the machine really works. You have the map. Now you have a choice. You can go back to playing fair and hoping for the best, or you can start playing strategically. But remember, knowing this means nothing if you don't use it. Start today. Pick one law. Apply it. If this video opened your eyes, hit the like button and subscribe, because we are just getting started. History is written by those who see the hidden mechanics of power. Now go out there and take what is yours. Drop this final affirmation in the comments. I master the game.